peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Just want to let you guys know, they have no legal right to arrest press. We need to be out here, and I'm not going to leave until they're gone.
Media and press, you must leave the area. Disperse to the north.
Guys, these are tactics and scenes that you will see in a war-torn Middle Eastern country, but this is an American state. I hear shots coming from over here. That way around?
If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
There is no justice!
You need to
There
leave
is no
the
system!
How they can have their tactical base for themselves, and the police have their tactical
Stand down, stand your ground! Stand your ground! Stand your ground! I bet.
shit!
Still a few hundred people out here.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media, leave the area. Media and press, leave the area.
You gonna leave? Show the fucking world what we deal with in Minnesota. We deal with a lot of bullshit. Racism. How many more black folks is that gonna keep killing, man? How many more black folks? How many more kids that ain't gonna have no fathers? Huh? We still ain't done with Georgia.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You're in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
We own this fucking streets. We're not going nowhere.
You must leave
We
the
need
area.
justice. We need
Media
justice
and
in this
press,
state.
leave the
We
area.
need media to stay here and show everything that's going on. We're not fucking leaving. I want y'all to stay here and show everything that's going on to the fucking world. Because this is pure racism. We got people over here who've been working for 20, 30 years, and they're all fucking racist. We're gonna abolish the fucking police department. We need to change our fucking laws. Our senators, our representatives, our city council, our mayor, our governor. We need changes. We need fucking changes, man. We need changes. We ain't going nowhere. And I want them to shoot. I want them to shoot while I'm here. Shoot! I want y'all to shoot.
Like they're gonna come get them. They're running up. Ah, motherfucker shot me. Fuck you, man. Shot me right in the leg. Yep, I'm good. He knew he was aiming at too. He knew that. Fucking shooter. Sorry about my language, everybody. There's nothing but press up here. He knew he was shooting at. They're making a bunch of arrests back there.
Come on, man. You gonna block our camera view too? You still standing here, right?
Who are you talking to, man? Fuck out of here, man.
Trust me, man. You don't want.
Okay, cool. I'm right here, though.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse,
that's one of their
you will be arrested.
munitions,
if you
I
continue
think.
to obstruct, resist, and
It's
or
now
interfere
underneath
with
the
police
car.
officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Oh no, there's a smoke bomb.
Media,
Some
leave
kind of
the
firecracker or
area
something?
now. Media and press, leave the area now.
Yeah, they don't want you to film this.
Most of the protesters have moved back. They've moved the cars up. They're gonna make another move probably soon. But they really got a lot of protesters right there. They snatched at least, I'd say at least 20. They're still making a bunch of arrests behind the line. Again, apologies for the language. So again, people are chanting, say his name, Daunte Wright. All of the windows in the strip mall are boarded up. Yesterday when the when the police were making this move right about here, the Dollar Tree got lit up on fire. It did not burn up, obviously. Really good sprinkler systems. The police force is very deep behind this first line. You hear the crowd saying, "We'll be back." Seems like a lot of them are sort of leaving. Sort of quiet now after they snatched a lot of the group that was lagging behind as the police made their run for it. Again, there's probably at least a dozen arrests happening right now. They might just be detainments, or they might be trying to get them with riot charges for participating in a unlawful assembly with the umbrella. They try to give. They are giving riot charges for other folks involved in a New Year's Eve demo.
Violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media, disperse now. Disperse to the north. Media and press, leave the area.
Pretty much all that's left is press. There's at least 2-3 dozen press up here on the front line. A lot of them are leaving. So again, real quick, we'll go back over what's happened in these last couple of days. Sunday afternoon, about 2 p.m., Kim Potter, well, 2 officers, or police, I should say, Brooklyn Center Police, pulled over Daunte Wright while he was with his girlfriend. They just went to the car wash, from my understanding, something like that. And Daunte was told to get out of the car. He got out of the car. One of the officers was trying to arrest him. Daunte tried to get back in the car, or he did get back in the car while that was happening. Kim Potter, 26-year vet, head of the police union in Brooklyn Center, and a training officer, supposedly accidentally discharged her weapon into Daunte's chest or stomach, killing him. She said it was an accidental discharge based on the fact that she thought, or well, based on the premise of her thinking that what she was pulling was a taser. I've read that people have worked with this person in the past, Kim Potter, and they sort of know her as an avid racist. And so they do not believe, the people who know her, well, the one person that I've read who knows her specifically does not believe that it's an accident. She felt like it was on purpose. Anyway, a lot of the community also feels the same. And so Kim Potter, she was named last night. We'll go back to Sunday at 2 p.m. Police killed Daunte. They left his body out for about 6 hours. Many people gathered.
This is the
2 police cars were sort of smashed up a little bit.
Minnesota State Statute
They shot
609-705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
So,
Media, leave the area. Media and press, leave the area now.
Get
So they left Daunte's body out on the street. Well, he was shot while he was in his car. His car rolled away up to the next block by 63rd and Catherine. From 63rd and Catherine, he got out of the car. They pulled him out of the car and tried to resuscitate him, possibly, and I think he passed away right on the corner of 63rd and Catherine. Right now on 63rd and Catherine is a black fist that was created by the artist who created the first black fist at GFS, George Floyd Square. So Sunday, when people went a little smashy on the first two cars while the police were still doing their investigation, the BCA is investigating it, Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, and it's on Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman at this point to charge the officer. People are saying that the officer is going to be charged Wednesday. That's yet to be known. You can see the name of Isaac Aiden written on the wall over here. Isaac Aiden was killed by South Suburban Police. So back to the Daunte Wright. Daunte was left out in the street, as I said, for about 6 hours or 5 hours or something like that. After picking up his body and clearing the crime scene, the police left. People then moved to the police station, where the police shot a lot of munitions at people. The second night was the same thing. During the daytime, a lot of people continued to gather. There was a lot of different gatherings, different sort of protests and vigils at both the site where Daunte was murdered as well as at the police station. Brooklyn Center canceled school for all the kids. So unfortunately, a bunch of the youth that were super excited to get back in school, have some social life again, were actually told to stay back home. And this is, again, because the police killed somebody, a 20-year-old. So the whole community has now faced a lot of consequence from Kim Potter's actions. We'll see if Kim Potter faces consequence from her actions. But right now, from what I know, is she's getting heavily protected at her home in a plush suburb.
Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
I think I just said
Media
that.
and press, leave the area. Media and press need to leave the area. Disperse to the north.
I just said that it's on Hennepin County Mike Freeman to press charges on Kim Potter. I think that's wrong. I think it's Washington County is now the ones who are sort of in charge of charging Kim Potter. So Kim Potter, again, is a training officer, the head of the Brooklyn Center Police Union. She's the president of the Brooklyn Center Police Union. And she's a training officer. And she supposedly made the life-taking mistake of pulling a gun instead of a taser. People are out here because of that. Not because they want to be, not because it's cold and they're like, yeah, I want to spend some time outside in the cold. No, because 20-year-old Daunte Wright was killed by police. This is a gentleman who was also sitting there before the police rushed first. On the last rush. Ooh. So again, those are the... I'm not really sure what they're called, but they shoot them in the sky. They shot them in the sky at this apartment building for the last 2 nights numerous times. Like over and over and over and over and over again.
You could be using these resources for something better than this bullshit. Imagine that. They just changed that law not too long ago in the state of Minnesota so they can build our shit back. Why you want to
people.
Watch out. No, go ahead. See? White people to the front. And they think it's a game. I seen this shit in Portland. They think it's a game.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
It's the biggest game of tag. These youth are amazing, relentless, and fearless. Let me move because they've been shooting my ass all day. These youth are relentless. They're just playing, and I just want y'all to know they're literally playing damn near capture the flag. They're just running back and forth. There's no violence. This is a peaceful protest.
It looked like they're opening up that line.
They're moving closer. They're moving closer.
Stay right here for them. Dad! Dad! Dad, come over!
Are they facing us? I can't tell.
They are. They're facing us and aiming their guns at us.
Oh, so they're not looking at the other side.
I told you.
Of course. They're trying to get the people that went over there. They already have a car over there that's going to get the parking lot.
So you guys know, we're pretty much wrapping it up over there. So this might be the only protest going on in a second, just so you guys know.
It's your constitutional right to protest. Fuck them.
Stay right here.
Like on the street.
Hey, aesthetic. They're pretty much done with that. So this is a really bad spot to be if we're the only protest.
I understand that they're going to kettle us.
Yep.
But I'm trying to tell these kids that, but they don't give a fuck, and I fuck with them. It's a revolution. You guys, please have National Lawyers Guild written on your arm. Please get the National Lawyers Guild number written on your arm. Please get the National Lawyers Guild number on your phone. If you are not trying to get arrested, please put the National Lawyer Guild on your phone. What station are you guys with?
We're from the French TV.
The French TV, are you guys talking about Daunte Wright?
Sorry?
Are you guys talking about Daunte Wright?
Yeah, absolutely. We did one story yesterday for the
And
daily
right now,
show.
did you guys see us? We were out there peacefully protesting. Did you
Yeah,
guys see
we've
that?
seen it. And one more tonight, for tomorrow.
Okay, as long as y'all telling the truth, okay? Oh, God damn it, my fucking thighs hurt, y'all. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking body hurts. The protesters have dwindled down.
Y'all waste all y'all fucking millions and millions of dollars to go to black neighborhoods to fight for black votes, black and Latino votes. But y'all yet come back to our same neighborhoods, terrorize us and kill us. Yeah, man, I'm talking to you. I'm having a conversation with you. You know why? Because there's a mother out there who lost her fucking son. And I hope this resignation, y'all hope we do it. I hope we do it. But you gotta talk to the motherfucking commission. You gotta talk to somebody. Some changes have to be made. There's no way a police officer can kill somebody. And they don't face no consequences at all. Come on, man. Even if Daunte was late, we'll still be out here. Cause y'all not right for that shit, man. Y'all not okay for that. Come on, man. Y'all bring all them big ass guns and shit like we violent, bro. Like we violent. Am I violent? I got my phone in my pocket. And a water bottle. I'm violent. They're gonna put your fucking knee on my neck. For how fucking long? We done with that shit, man. Do y'all know the city of Brooklyn Center was founded by a fucking KKK member? Y'all know that shit? The city of Brooklyn Center was founded.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you'll be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
What he was saying is,
Media and press, you are directed to leave the area. Media and press, leave the area now.
Brooklyn Center was founded by KK member Earl Brown. There it goes.
We are acting. Peaceful protest, and they just have to treat us.
Shooting more rounds. Sorry I can't zoom in much. We have some camera issues. Flip the screen upside down, so it's very hard to control what exactly you all see, so I'm trying to keep just a wide screen. Apologies for that. Because if you can imagine, everything is upside down for me on the screen. So we'll get that fixed for tomorrow. Either way, this is Nico from Unicorn Riot. We're here live on Humboldt Ave, 60, I think Humboldt Avenue, yes. Very close to the police station. The police have moved up about half a block, pushed a lot of the protesters back. It's about the same exact formation as they did yesterday, where they're gonna push people back to the gas stations, fortify and secure the area. That's what they called it. They make arrests along the way. They've been clear to say that media are not exempt from this unlawful assembly. Yesterday they detained 2 media members, at least. I was one of them for a very brief moment. Louis Tran was another. Again, it's not about media, this is about people seeking justice for Daunte Wright. Daunte Wright was murdered again, as I keep mentioning, Sunday. That's why people are out here. Seeking police accountability. Residents were leaving, saying fuck you to the police. Okay, so now the National Guard truck is in the parking lot of where, or like in the grass area, the front lobby area almost, of where that gentleman was saying, yo, we have kids here, and the lady. All of them, you know, not just 1 or 2 people. A bunch of people came out saying that they had kids there, and that's how the authorities care about that. They're like, oh, you don't want us here? Well, we're gonna drive on your lawn. Thanks, folks. How many people in there, for real? Oh, God. So again, the case is now on Washington County to charge the officer Kim Potter.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Unlawful assault when you shot Daunte Wright.
Media and press, you need to leave the area. Media and press, disperse and leave the area.
Unlawful behavior! Y'all unlawful Hey man, get out of here. Hey, not a KKK history. How that feel? Hey, what the fuck, bro? They're using this gas shit, bro.
You hear the chant ACAB, all cops are bastards. There's still about a few dozen folks that are off in the distance. The police have just cleared up to this area where there's this second apartment building off of the one building that's after their police station. So their police station is back there behind that house looking thing. It might be a house, it might be an apartment, I don't know. The police have secured all of that area back in the behind that, as well as they're securing all of this area that you see. So if you can see those lights in the distance, those are tons of other authorities' lights that are sitting on the street on the other side of Humboldt. You can see downtown in the distance, the little purple glazing off.
Kimberly racist!
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media, you need to leave the area. Media, leave the area now.
Media can stay where they want. These are our screens. Stay back, oh. Oh, you the media? Oh, never mind. I'll Hey! Well, y'all want to use the stuff to first?
Again, this is the third night. This is the third night of protests against police killing of Daunte Wright.
You are turning against us.
They've now pulled up. They've now pulled.
When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! What's his name? What's his name? Louder! Louder! What's his name? Say his name! Louder!
Just down, let me.
Stay alert! Stay tight! We do this every night! Stay together! Stay tight! We do this every night! Stay together! Stay tight! We do this every night! Stay together! Stay tight! We do this every night!
We've got reports that the arrests have been happening, and the people are just backing up as the police.
People not doing nothing.
They're not doing
The bus
nothing.
has
People
just
are being
moved
peaceful.
into the
As you
foreground
see,
there.
the police are being aggressive as the people
Right, here's
are
a
being
gentleman who's
peaceful.
saying that the police are being aggressive.
They shooting us
and
with
he's
rubber
part of
bullets.
the
They shooting us with
peaceful demonstration.
pepper spray. They throwing gas at the people.
Right,
Do you
he's-
see anybody
he's
doing
talking about
anything?
the rubber bullets and the pepper spray. And,
Tell them the
we'll
truth.
get
Tell them
off
what's
the
going
They don't
on.
want to hear that though.
Tell them what's going on.
They don't want to hear
They
the
shooting
truth.
peaceful
I am telling
protesters.
them.
For sure. Let me
Thank you
tell
very
you.
much.
Ain't no come on, guys, bro. Ain't no come on, guys. Don't nobody tell me what to do, bro.
All the way to Pump and Munch. We'll see. Pump and Munch and Clark gas station are right behind us. It's unclear. With the police force that they have behind them, I would be surprised if they wouldn't actually. But at the same time, they've been stopped here for quite a long time. You see a lot of movement around the sides and the back areas. I don't know if you can see the little vests moving around. There's just
on the lawn right there.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol.
Bevy
You're in violation of Minnesota State
of
Statute
authorities cars.
609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north. Media and press, disperse to the north. Do it now.
The media is there right here. Black lives matter here. Black lives matter here. Black lives matter here. Fuck 12. 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 Daunte Wright! 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 Fuck 12! Fuck 12! Yeah, boy! Every day, we can hear all these assaulting reports. Every day, somebody wants to report.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I don't know if you saw that. Because I wanted to go up on the roof, but we got cars and other nothing about
This is the
All
Minnesota
on
State
that side?
Patrol.
What about back
Violation
behind?
of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful
Okay,
assembly.
wow.
If you do not cease your unlawful
Gentleman
behavior
just
and
said
disperse peaceably, you will
there's
be arrested.
National Guard,
If you continue to
like
obstruct,
back there,
resist,
back
and/or
there,
interfere
and
with
back
peace
there.
officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute
Again,
609.50.
if you go to our Twitter
obstructing
feed,
legal
you-
process, which will be an additional crime.
I'm so used to just talking over this.
Press and media, disperse to the north. Press and media, disperse to the north.
I keep reminding myself to be quiet and let him say it. So, the amount of police is just immaculate. National Guard, sheriffs, police forces, West Central Command. If you go to our Twitter feed, you are _ninja. You will catch more details, or like more media, I should say. And some of that media, I think we have a clip up that shows some of the staging area that the police had. First of all, I think we have a clip up that shows about a 20 National Guard vehicles drive by near the FBI headquarters a little earlier this evening, where a protest was going, and then also the staging ground at Earl Brown Center. Again, Earl Brown, as the person we saw that was arrested, that was speaking to the police, he specifically was saying that Brooklyn Center was founded by a KKK member, and I don't have a lot of that history knowledge of Brooklyn Center, but that's what I keep hearing. So check it out, do your research. Earl Brown, KKK. From my understanding, is a lot of these housing units and some other places here are also just named after different other KKK members. And in general, a lot of places, obviously, in Minnesota and throughout the United States are named after genocide years or very, very avid racists, as many of these cities and streets and schools. Hence the movement to change the names. You know, obviously with the change, the mascot sort of led by the indigenous folks here in this country, getting mascot names to be changed. Also, people have been focused on changing like Lake Calhoun or Ramsey School. Those have been two pretty big name changes here in the local area. And again, it's just getting out the racist past, like tearing down the statues in a way. So the front line has now gotten more people, like more people have come up to this line.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north.
Go nowhere. Y'all can stay here.
I need to check something real quick.
Damn. Fucking legs, they got me good, man.
Get it back to club. Fuck 12! Fuck 12! Fuck 12! Fuck 12! I'm liking that.
Thanks, folks. You are running the back end. Just check the modems are all good. I'm not sure if we're having data connection issues. Apologies. All the equipment says it's working fine.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north. Media and press, leave the area, disperse to the north.
What if I don't know where the north is?
I don't know where the north is. I don't get no peace. They don't get no peace. They don't get
It's a really chilly night here in Brooklyn Center. Snow is coming down. So at least, I think I said, real feel 30 degrees, a little bit less, maybe 25. Snow is not sticking, so I think it's about 34 degrees Fahrenheit. But with the real feel and the wind, it's below 30, below freezing.
Don't get close, they're gonna take you too. A bunch of goddamn people. They're gonna take you too, bro.
Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright!
Daunte Wright!
Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright!
Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! What's his name? Daunte Wright! Say his name! 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 Daunte Wright! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck
Scary motherfuckers. Y'all got the audacity to stand behind this bitch talking about it was an accident, and y'all know goddamn well y'all know the difference between a Glock and a fucking taser. Y'all know the difference between the Glock and the fucking taser? All y'all should be fucking saying to y'allself, standing here trying to stand up for this bitch. Lock that bitch up. Take that bitch to jail. We want justice. And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? Now! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
This This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You're in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609-705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media, disperse to the north. Leave the area now. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Cars in the parking lot are honking in solidarity with the protest.
Get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace!
There's the snow.
They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace!
The snow and the remnants.
They don't get no peace! They don't get no peace! What's his name? Daunte Wright!
Some of the remnants of a lot of munitions that were spent here in Brooklyn Center. They're now bringing another truck-looking vehicle up to the front line.
Daunte Wright! Daunte Wright! What's his name? Daunte Wright! What's his name? Daunte Wright! What's his name?
In violation of Minnesota State Statute 609-705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
Please! You are the only ones that left here!
Leave the area.
Killing us!
To the north.
Stop!
Leave the area and disperse to the
You are
north.
traumatizing your community! Oh wait! This isn't your community! That's the fucking problem! You go home! Go back to Woodbury! Go back to Burnsville! This is not your community! That's why you kill us! What are you afraid of? My skin scares you? My power scares you? Go back home then! Get a desk job! Shit, something! We're tired of our loved ones not coming home! The same way your family would! Do you have compassion? Do you have humanity? Does our black skin scare you that bad? That's a goddamn shame.
Yo, where the fuck is CNN?
Where's CNN? I can't find CNN. Where's CNN?
If we don't get no justice, you don't get no free. If we don't get no justice, you don't get no free. If we don't get no justice, you don't get no free.
Here we go.
Hey, everyone, you're brave as fuck, bro. I'm proud of everyone that came over there.
Yeah, I was over there too. I will.
Hey, all y'all brave as fuck, bro. All the media, no matter all the shit people give y'all brave, bro. Y'all brave as people. Y'all coming on the front line recording this shit. I give y'all respect.
This is the Minnesota State Patrol. You are in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609705, unlawful assembly. If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north. Media and press, leave the area now and disperse to the north.
They again are asking to disperse
What up? So again, if you're just joining, this is Nico from Unicorn Riot. Thank you, rest of the squad that's doing the back end. People have been out here for the third night in a row, 3 days in a row since Daunte Wright was killed. He was 20-year-old, killed by police. Kim Potter, Brooklyn Center Police Department, 26-year veteran, as well as training officer and head of the police union. She played a part in sort of covering up Kobe Heisler's murder in 2019. He was murdered by Brooklyn Center Police in his grandma's house after they called for help for him. Kim Potter says she didn't try to kill him. She thought she was grabbing her taser. She has not been charged. She has resigned. The police chief has resigned. The city manager was fired. And the mayor has taken over the police forces. Yet, Kim Potter is protected in her house in Champlin, Minnesota. Very, very plush neighborhood and house. She has barricades around it and a fence or fencing around her house and police as security guards. So she's very, very comfortable sitting in her house and possibly set up to get her pension with resigning. We'll see if charges will happen. Charges are on Washington County to give the charges.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Say
If you do not cease your unlawful behavior and disperse peaceably, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
So they're about to give the media the announcement.
Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north. Media and press, leave the area and disperse to the north.
Sure, yeah. Appreciate it, bro. Hey, this nice fella just gave me a $12.
The crowd has grown. I shouldn't say grown. The crowd has gotten more than it had a little bit ago.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! 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 Always have a plan. Get your buddy and always have a plan. Do not fret. We stay peaceful. If we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. Y'all didn't see them up there. They don't get no peace.
Right
there. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. Does it feel good to be a murderer and not go to jail? I want to know what that's like. Will your co-worker get 25 years? Or life? That's all you bitches. Fight the police. Back jail. Fight the police all day, every day. Pussy. Coward. Brooklyn Center Police Department has been murdered. You killed my brother 10 years ago. Guess what his name was? Daunte Wright. Does that ring a bell for anybody? You killed my brother 10 years ago. I will be out here every night.
You're in violation of Minnesota State Statute 609.70.
Stop killing us!
Obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime.
If you go to unicornriot.ninja and you go to our front page,
leave the area and disperse to the north.
if you scroll down on the front page, you'll see a family is against police violence. Yeah, I saw them. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Families searching for police accountability is an article.
Leave the area now. Disperse to the north.
Click into the article. On the bottom of the article is a video called "Killed by Police," and one of the stories, I believe, is Daunte Wright.
Hey,
Hey, would you want to talk about Daunte? Yeah. On live, is that okay? Yeah, you don't have to. You can do it later. But I'm also live, just to warn you. We don't have to do it now. We can do it later. Okay, yeah. Sending you my love, though. I remember you. Yeah.
Brooklyn Center Police Department, would you like me to list off a name of people you killed in the last 10 years? Justice for Kobe Heiser! Justice for Daunte Wright! Justice for Daunte Wright! Yes, those are two separate killings. Those are two separate murders. 10 years apart. Same police department. Same 20-year-old little boy. Do you feel good? Do you feel powerful? Travis Jordan. Justice for Travis Jordan. Justice for Bryson Jordan. Justice for Isaac Aiden. Justice for Justin Carden. Justice for Tamir Wright. Justice for Jamar Clark. Justice for George Floyd. We are tired. Aren't you tired of seeing us? We're tired of being murdered. Stop murdering us. You bleed just like I do, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait.
So they have National Guards on the sides out here. Try to get you another view of one of them. Again, apologies for the inability for me to zoom in very well. The screen is upside down for me. We're gonna get that fixed tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. This is Nico from Unicorn Riot. Thank you on the back end. We are a non-profit 501c3 organization dedicated to bringing context to social and environmental struggles. We're here live in Brooklyn Center.
Unlawful behavior in this first piece of weight, you will be arrested. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota State Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Media and press, leave the area, disperse to the north. Media and press, leave the area, disperse to the north.
This is likely a kettle situation soon. Since the police have not moved up very much down this block, it's a wonder what exactly they have staged back here. We see officers or National Guardsmen on the left side of these houses, and so do not know where the staging ground is for the police at this moment. But people are talking about staying.
We don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice!
Staying awake for it.
If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice! They don't get no peace! If we don't get no justice!
They're gonna push it between 40. They always do shit.
Stay alert. Stay together. Stay tight. We do this every night. Stay together. Stay tight. We do this every night. Stay together. Stay tight.
Police are running. People built a fire right here. Police are arresting press, it looks like. Or pushing them down at least. Now they're pulling people out of cars. So we'll see how far, if the police start their line right here or what. Should be safe right here, but there's still more sheriff cars, so I'm not sure. A lot of arrests. Oops, I'm sorry. a very large police force. Just came to the other side, as we were sort of expecting. Everybody sort of expected it. People were talking about it. Didn't seem like they had a watcher on the side that was like relaying any information, saying that it was about to happen, but people were pretty prepared. Apologies for not getting the best shots getting out of there. All those dispersal orders for press, I'm sure that I would have been arrested at this point, and I was trying to continue to document, although we did miss a lot of the documentation of some of those arrests happening. But they're walking this person out, so maybe I would have been okay.
They were just saying you're supposed to be following dispersal orders. I said I'm doing my job. It's press. I'm covering the story. And he said, well, that doesn't. If you're stuck in with protesters, you're going to be targeted. You could be arrested. I said, hey, I'm doing my job. I'm being out here on the front lines. Then he just I said, well, you got to leave now. Next time you'll be arrested. So did what I had to do. So we're good.
Holy shit.
Hey, what's up?
Good to hear. Good to see you.
You too. So yeah, you heard a media man just say he was able to get out. The police allowed him to get out. Now they have a line here. It's very cold out here again. It's like you gotta wear gloves type weather. So again, what you just witnessed was a bunch of, it was a rush, sort of a forced kettle rush. Dang, I could have stayed in there too. Looks like they're walking a couple other people out. I apologize. Anyways, it is what it is. We got out of it. We could have been in it and then gotten out, but hey. Looks like they maybe let another couple folks out here. Looks like media people as well. So the troopers had held their line for a long time. They waited for backup to arrive to both sides, flank the area, push in. For some reason, they allowed the opening for a lot of people to get out. I don't know if it was on purpose, but a lot of people were able to escape the kettle, even in their cars. But there's also those cars that were not able to escape. Yesterday we saw that there was 40 arrests officially, they said. A lot of the people got cited and released. Cited for unlawful assembly or curfew violation. Very loud noise from this New Horizon building. I'm not sure why. I don't think anybody broke into it. Again, very large police force.
Smashing the cars?
Huh?
Please say yes. You got footages from them smashing the cars over there?
Nah. They were smashing the cars?
Yeah.
Like breaking the windows to get people out or what? Police were smashing cars, or authorities were smashing some of the car windows to get people out. Try to go get you another view. Oh, we'll see what's going on with these guys. Looks like they're gonna push this crowd further.
Come here.
It's nothing but media over here, pretty much.
Alright, they're moving, so I'm starting to move.
Yeah.
Here comes National Guard with shields. Up here is about 25 press members. I don't think any protesters are left over here. Could be though. Again, we're here live in Brooklyn Center. This is Nico from Unicorn Riot. Unicorn Riot is a 501c3 educational nonprofit organization. We do more than just live stream. We do investigations, documentaries, trial coverage of the Chauvin trial, as well as a lot of other things. Check us out on the internet, unicornriot.ninja. Check out our Twitter feed, UR_ninja, Facebook and YouTube. Looks like they might be walking in. No, those are other National Guard members.
You might want to set up a perimeter. I'm like, it's hard to set up a perimeter when you got stuff like this because people not like. These people look like that.
In this truck. is the third day of protest for Daunte Wright. Again, Kim Powder, as I was saying, she's a 26-year vet of the Brooklyn Center Police Department, and she's also a training officer. She is the officer that nice. Hold on one second.
She doesn't know. She's how fucked up you guys are.
What are you talking about?
Hey, you're good. We got you.
Against our freedom of speech.
I'm not crossing your line, bro. She's a kid. She's a kid. She's a fucking child. She's a child. She's not from Seattle. She doesn't know how fucked up you are.
What do you mean we have
Yeah, well then let her the fuck go, assholes. She's a child.
To arrest the fucking kid.
She's a kid. She's not from here.
Freedom of speech.
She doesn't know how fucked up you all are.
How the fuck do you sleep? How the fuck do you sleep? Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. It's not fucking funny. How do you sleep?
Where's Brooks at?
You have been warned. You in the white shoes, blue jeans, get out of the street. You're committing a crime of pedestrian interference. Failure to cooperate could result in yes, taking enforcement action.
Brooks, she's a fucking child. She's not from Seattle. She doesn't know how fucked up you guys are. She's a kid. She's a teenager. She's not from here. She doesn't know. She doesn't know how fucked up you guys are that you actually arrest for that.
All individuals get out of the street.
She doesn't know how fucked up you are. I know you can fucking hear me. I know you can hear me.
You're creating a public safety hazard. Vehicles are having...
You're blocking the street, asshole.
You have been warned.
She's a child, Brooks. She's a kid. She's not from here. She doesn't know. SPD just arrested a youth who's not from here, so she doesn't know how fucked up they are and that they arrest for chalk. So she was chalking and they fucking arrested her. She's a kid. She's a little child. Okay, not a little child, but she's a youth. Using chalk. Okay. I'm gonna sign off. I think other people on live are good. I'm gonna make sure this girl.
I just wonder where was this energy on the 6th of January? Where was this energy on the 6th of January?
His ties, his handcuffs, he takes people into custody.
Hey, let's make sure she's taken care of.
I just called some NLG people.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
We know them personally.
Yeah, okay, good. I just want to make sure that when she's released,
Yeah,
that
you
she
back
knows
already?
what she's doing.
You back already?
Get the fuck out of here! They're fucking Christmas lights.
What kind of bullshit right now? You are crazy! You are crazy!
Bro, Yo, did they have a defund police sign in there?
Probably like that they confiscated.
Hey, Colette, I hope you fucking die, you piece of shit!
Again, that response was for chalk. It was for chalk and a vigil. They have been here for 30 minutes before the vigil even started. The meantime, they have been staging for hours for a vigil for Daunte Wright. This is what someone was arrested for. They arrested someone for using chalk, for drawing this. They arrested a teenager for chalk. If you are not angry, then there's something wrong with you. You can stop sucking America's dick. All of this.
Did you organize this?
I helped bring stuff. Yeah, of course. Did the van go?
I saw your face somewhere.
Look at that beautiful work. Oh, we gotta get better aim, Bree.
Did the van go into the precinct? Or leave?
There's one right there. I think if you...
No, the one that took.
Did she go into a van?
Did she go? No, they walked her into the West Precinct. Jackson, does it get exhausting being an annoying asshole? Look, they're staged there. In their riot gear.
She's a literal child. She's not from here, asshole.
2 vans and a cruiser. 2 vans and 2 undercovers, actually.
And there was 40 bikes staged, and those were the ones that just rushed over here. Okay, I'm gonna end it now because no purpose being here. But again, they arrested a teenager for drawing chalk on the ground because apparently that's property damage, but Seattle Municipal Code does not overrule our First Amendment right to assemble, so they don't know the laws.
Is that new? That's not new.
It's really not new at all because they seriously do not know the laws they're supposed to uphold at all.
I see you, babies!
Those are all the bikes. Sam, I thought you were friends with them. Look, there's a bunch of like Mercer Island boys on my live.
Ass baby stink looking ass. Are they racists?
Oh, say that.
Definitely. That's an easy answer.
That is an easy answer.
Okay.
Most of them, yeah.
It's a bunch of white boys.
You Mercer Island boys should come down to the West Precinct.
Yeah, there's a great...
yeah, seriously, you guys have so much shit to say online. Come to the West Precinct.
Yeah, you should write it in chalk.
Yeah, no. I can't look at bikes the same anymore. Literally.
We'll give you the ass whooping your parents should have gave you.
Again, they arrested a teenager for using chalk on the ground. That's what they got arrested for. But again, Seattle Municipal Code does not overrule our First Amendment right to assemble. And all of the cops were speaking during the moment of silence. They were all speaking during the moment of silence. And then when someone brought it up to them, they laughed. As if you were really part of the movement in the first place, Jackson. Stop. You can stop now. You're just embarrassing yourself. No, because every single person who is non-black upholds racism in some way. So I think I'm racist. We're all racist. We're literally raised to be racist in our education system. That is literally how we're raised. And you should be spending every second of your time trying to dismantle that racism within and outside. And if you think you're not racist, then you're wrong, because I think I'm racist because that's how I was raised to be. You literally just said really powerful for the movement, as if it matters at all.
I think they technically also own the sidewalks, but I don't think they...
We own the sidewalks.
We should, but I think they bought out the area.
These are the cops that were laughing and talking during the moment of silence.
But there was a lot of police action tonight. Quite a few arrests. This is only one corner. There's also 3 or 4 other corners that the police are at, I believe. Just so much officers. If you go to our Twitter handle, UR_ninja, you'll probably see some video that shows one of their staging areas at Earl Brown Center. Again, Earl Brown was a KKK member. He's basically the founder of this city. Sundown towns aren't only in the South. Minnesota's got a very racist past. And you can see it embodied in its police institutions who have just killed Daunte Wright. A lot of people say that Kim Potter, who killed him, who was a training officer of 26 years on the force, did not act in a mistake fashion. That the actions taken by Kim Potter that killed Daunte.
What? Oh, yo, you're here? All right. Yo, Chris, he's here. Chris, your boy.
Kim Potter was also part of the cover-up after Kobe Heisler was killed by Brooklyn Center police in 2019, I believe. We spoke to Kobe's mother and heard from also other family members of his numerous times here in the last couple of years. If you type in Kobe Heisler, HEISLER KOBE was his first name, and Unicorn Riot into Google, you can find some of our articles and videos where we heard from his mother and other family members. And then also just do your research into him. Autistic, killed by police during a mental health crisis or a mental health call, and they were actually called and told not to come. They chose to come anyway, and they killed him. Daunte Wright was pulled over on a traffic violation. Kim Potter, 26-year vet, trainer, thought she was pulling the taser on him, shot him and killed him. 20 years old. People have come out to protest. They've been met with a lot of violence by the police. There's been some projectiles that has been thrown at the police in the past. Not in the past, a lot in the last few days, excuse me, in response. Got distracted by the gentleman who walked up and just got shown the light right away and just walked back. So we're here on 69th Avenue. This is the scene off 69th Ave. I'm not sure direction which way we are at this point, but the police station is in front of us to the left, about 3-4 blocks. Sort of a strip mall on the left side, police station on the right. 66 or 67th in Humboldt. Right now we're on 69th. So yeah, 3 blocks. So you can go to our website for more on also the training that these folks receive. Those folks on the front are police officers. What we saw on that first line was conservation officers, DNR, Department of Natural Resources, as well as state troopers. The other funny thing about the DNR, I believe, so you can go to our website as well, check a story out that Sam Richards, a contributor, did on munitions that were bought and brought, I think, by a DNR plane, if I can remember right, during one of the heights, second or third day of, maybe the third or fourth day of the George Floyd uprising. Here in Minneapolis, the police ran out of munitions and they needed to order more, and the DNR allowed them to use their plane to drive to, or to fly to Wyoming, Casper, Wyoming, or something like that, to where they could get more munitions, and they came back with so much. Sam Richards was able to discover that in FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act, records requests that we are all allowed to file. Right now we know that this is, I think, the West Central Command structure, I think is what it's called. Part of Operation Safety Net, which the police created in the aftermath of George Floyd. And they created it because they really lost all control of the metro area, from my understanding. That's why, one of the reasons why they created it. And that, and to protect their corporate interests and their private interests and property, because you can see by the way that they police these protests and whatnot, they do not talk to the community. They shoot at the community, and then they protect their property. So in this case, they shoot at the community, and the community is seeking justice for Daunte Wright, or grieving for Daunte Wright, and also traumatized by another police murder that now everybody saw on video, because they did release a video. But the point is, sorry, I just got totally distracted by the police light flashing and some of the people that were in the periphery. So, back to the point. Can't remember what it exactly was, but we'll go back to talking about the Field Force training manuals. The Field Force training manuals are available on our website, unicornriot.ninja, and they have a lot of information as to how these folks get trained. We were talking about the Line 3 training a minute ago, or Line 3. DNR and the state troopers combined for Operation Northern Lights Task Force, or something. Excuse me, it was the Northern Lights Task Force. They all trained together along with northern Minnesota counties, sheriff departments and whatnot. They trained together to combat the resistance to Line 3 pipeline, which is a tar sands oil pipeline that's getting put through northern Minnesota sort of as we speak. Construction sort of on hold for I think another 2 months because of the seasons change and it's not right for them to work underground or whatnot. There's a delayed period. So the reason why I bring that up is because, again, we were able to find out information from FOIA requests of Operation Northern Lights, or of the Northern Lights Task Force. We've had a lot of extensive coverage on Line 3 resistance as well. Go to our website, you can check that out. You can check it out on the front page if you go down a little bit and go to Line 3 resistance. That's sort of a landing page for a lot of the articles. Again, it's related in the sense that the police interaction with the community, as we were talking about with Daunte Wright, after he got murdered, the police's interaction with the community was to meet with them with violence and to not talk to them, sort of as we were talking about as well with the George Floyd uprising. After the George Floyd uprising started, within the first week, the police started to create this new plan, or within, very recent time after the George Floyd uprising started, the police created Operation Safety Net. I think it's in its third or fourth phase. Yeah, third phase, excuse me. I think there's 4 phases. The 4th phase is them leaving. So the 3rd phase is exercising maximum, I could be wrong. I'm talking about this on the fly without doing the quick research real quick. But this is from off my head, and I think this is right. I think there was 4 phases of Operation Safety Net. The 4th phase is them leaving. The 3rd phase is probably what they've just activated very recently, I think yesterday or the day before. And that they were supposedly going to activate 3rd phase, which is a huge police force it's showing a huge police force when the verdict of the when the verdict of the Derek Chauvin trial is going to be announced. And so basically we're now in the third phase where it's a very large police presence. Right now they're focused out here in Brooklyn Center. They're all across sort of the West Metro and Minneapolis. St. Paul was hit with a curfew. I think they have other police forces as well out in St. Paul. From my understanding, there was going to be 1,000 to 3,000 National Guard that were sent into the cities to be stationed in front of government installations and other corporate institutions. We saw them on our way in various spots. They were on Lake Street, 31st, by TCF Bank, protecting that. I'm not really sure if they were protecting it or what, but it seems like they're just like put in locations where they can protect businesses at this point. Yesterday or day before, they were uptown, protecting a lot of businesses uptown, or I shouldn't say protecting, but sitting in front of the businesses. And so it looks like they're stationed, the National Guard has been stationed to protect the private interests of the corporations. And so that's basically what it is. Some folks, locals getting pictures. Sorry, bro. Forgot my light was on. Some locals getting pictures.
Why'd they do it, man?
Why'd they kill him? You want to talk? I'm live right now.
Hey, man, we out here, man. We just wondering.
Video film?
Yeah. And we just wondering why they do it. I'm just curious, why they do it. It don't make no damn sense. What is it fun for them? And we just curious why they do it. Why y'all do it?
That's all though. Fuck 12, man. They bogus as hell.
Man, fuck 12. They killed my cousin, man. Fuck that fat ass nigga. Fuck that little short ass nigga. Fuck all these niggas. Fuck National Guard. On phone them.
Why'd they do it?
Right. It's not even just why do they do it. It's why do they keep getting away with the shit. This shit why they keep doing this shit, and they keep on thinking that it's all cool, and it's not cool at all. Like, what they're doing, they need to be held accountable. Shut the fuck up. Each and every person this is real shit, though. Each and every person need to be held accountable. All of you guys, y'all know this shit is wrong. If y'all stand for this, fuck y'all. Some of y'all, not all of y'all is like that, but for the ones that is, fuck y'all.
Thank you.
What do you say?
A small crew of folks just took off as the police moved forward. Very menacing looking officers standing there with their guns. Good. Well, glad we were able to hear from the local folks right there real quick. They actually didn't run away. They just ran a little bit. So, again, as the police were clearing this area, they took a lot of cars because a lot of the people were trying to leave in their cars. The police actually smashed out windows of cars. I did not see that. I heard it. I do not know verification if that happened, but it sounds like something that would happen based on past experience of police interactions during these times of protest. And now you see Cardinal tow truck repair, or tow truck, two of them have pulled up to get some of the cars that were, where people were arrested from or detained from. And so Cardinal's working with, I don't know if they're working with, but they're here to pick up the vehicles. quick recap. If you're just joining, this is Nico from Unicorn Riot. Thank you, Chris, for running the back end, and for other folks in UR for helping out, Dan and other folks. We do have continuing ongoing Chauvin trial coverage that happens in the morning, 8 or 9 a.m. every single day. Continue to follow that. Continue to follow our work at unicornriot.ninja, Twitter, UR_ninja, Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo, as well as Instagram, unicorn.riot. We will be continuing to try to bring you the happenings here in Minneapolis area, as well as others across the globe. Check out our website for a new report from Brazil. And we'll have some other new reports about Daunte Wright and the situation, the ongoing situation here in Brooklyn Center area upcoming. So continue to follow our work. We're going to take the stream down. This is Nico from Unicorn Riot. Again, thank you, Chris. Thank you, all of you all, for continuing to share our work, donating to us, because that's the only way we are able to operate. We are a 501c3 educational nonprofit. One second. Take the mic out of my ear. We are educational nonprofit, 501c3 educational media nonprofit, and what we do is we try to bring context to social and environmental struggles. We have a lot of investigations, documentaries, articles, videos, live streams, and the whatnot. Check out our website. We do also have one of the largest databases of white supremacist organizers' chats from Charlottesville and beyond. Again, we're trying to bring context to a lot of these issues when it comes to also police killings and police brutality, and police accountability. So continue to follow our work. We are also, as I said, showcasing the Chauvin trial and the community reaction from that, as well as continuing to provide coverage from the surroundings after George Floyd has been killed, which is coming up on a year. George Floyd Square continues to stand, and people continue to gather there and to use it as a healing space and a sacred space. And we heard earlier, was it today or yesterday? Yesterday from Mylisha, who's a mainstay over at George Floyd Square after the vigil for Daunte Wright. Everybody's out here for Daunte Wright. He was a 20-year-old killed by police. Kim Potter, she was a 26-year vet for the Brooklyn Center Police Department. She is the head of the police union. She has also helped to cover up Kobe Heisler's murder here in Brooklyn Center. You also heard from a family member of Daunte Wright, who is also almost the exact same name, killed 10 years ago by the Brooklyn Center Police. Here today, you heard that. You heard from her talking while the police were about to make their moves. What you saw on this stream was unlawful assemblies being called at the police department in Brooklyn Center, where people had stood together to protest for justice for Daunte Wright and against the police killing by Kim Potter. The police called unlawful assemblies, used chemical munitions and other 40mm marker rounds and whatnot. They actually shot me. One second. With the 40mm marker round, it is not about me, but it is about the way that the police are interacting with the community. So again, thank you for tuning in to allow us to bring you what the police are doing and allow us to bring you voices from the community. The last thing, the police rushed everybody. They had an operation where they also had these other officers that you sort of see in the distance and in the peripheries on the right side and the straight up to the left. They came up on 69th, tried to kettle everybody. A lot of people got away, and
I want you to run. You want to say anything? Yeah? Tell me if you're comfortable. You can do it on video or off. You want just audio or video too?
Oh, that's all you, man. I'm good.
I think about it.
Okay. I'm going down in a minute. I was doing my outro. I'll film you afterwards.
Okay, so yeah, again, continue to follow our work. What you saw at the end was the police just rush in. The state troopers pull down, go down 69th, go up 69th, excuse me, go up Humboldt to 69th, and these officers come down 69th to Humboldt. Seems like the police officers are using Earl Brown Center as a staging ground for the West Central Command. We will see how long this continues to last. It looks like the police forces are going to be beef as this for the next few days at least. and possibly into the verdict of this Derek Chauvin trial, which is possibly looking at next week. So we're Tuesday night here in Minneapolis, or in Brooklyn Center. This was Nico reporting for you live. Thank you, Chris, for running the back, and thank you all for being out there. As I was talking about with the nonprofit status, we have that status 501c3, and so that allows all of you to donate tax deductibly. So if you have financial privilege and you like our work, and you don't want to just share our work, and you want to actually contribute, you can contribute tax deductibly. So again, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to take a stream down and continue to document out here and throughout the city. Check out our Twitter feed, UR_Ninja, for possibly more updates through the night. Have a good night, you all.
And robust debate with the fundamental goals of our founders in mind. As President Abraham
Do not interfere with the arrest. We have probable cause to make an arrest for property destruction. Interference will subject you to arrest. We've given you multiple warnings, at least a half dozen warnings at this point, about property damage, pedestrian interference, and obstructing police officers. We apologize to the community for this demonstration. We do not want to interfere with
You legally apply this law to your children?
This is Seattle Police Department. We are making a lawful arrest under Seattle Municipal Code for property destruction.
It's talk, asshole! It's talk! It's not destruction! It's talk! It'll wash away when it rains! I will take a water bottle to clean it! It's talk!
Interfere with our arrest. If you do so, you will also...
It's talk! Everyone should know that the arrest is for talk! It's not property destruction! It's for talk!
It is property destruction under Seattle.
It's talk!
12A08.
Well, it's a shitty code!
On any surface of any property is property destruction.
Do you arrest 5-year-olds?
Cause for arrest.
Do you arrest 5-year-olds? Do you arrest children?
And because of that, we are taking enforcement action.
Do you arrest children?
The Seattle Police Department Police Plaza, West Precinct Plaza, has cost substantial amounts of city funds to clean and restore. Because of that, we are taking enforcement action. Please comply. Interference will result in your arrest.
It's Seattle. It's gonna rain. It'll wash away. Because of chalk. We weren't even blocking the street. You're creating a public safety hazard. Public safety hazard. You're blocking the street, SPD. It's chalk.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Fuck you!
Facilitate your right to free speech, assembly, and protest as you see fit.
Right to free speech? You just arrested someone for talk for free speech! First Amendment rights! It's talk!
If you commit a criminal violation, we intend to hold individuals accountable for their acts. We've just made...
Hold yourself accountable! What about the people in your department who kill people? How about accountability there?
We return to a peaceful demonstration, which we again will attempt to assist and facilitate.
Peaceful? It's chalk! How's that not peaceful?
I apologize to the community for this disruption.
We apologize to the community for SPD!
Criminal conduct of this group. We are here to facilitate...
No! No one likes you!
If you interfere with a police car, if you obstruct a police car as it's moving, you will also be subject to arrest. Once again, thank you for your cooperation.
Fuck you!
We don't give a fuck about you fucking arresting us!
We apologize to the community for SPD's fuckery! No, we don't! Fuck them!
They also biked over the Vigil. They completely ruined it.
Hey, y'all for life.
At least three.
Really cool. Y'all are really cool people.
At least 3 arrests.
This is really cool what you guys are doing. For real.
Thank you.
Seriously, it's really cool.
At least 3 arrests. Was it 3 or 4 arrests? 3. Okay. They biked over the fucking Vigil. They couldn't stay silent during the moment of silence. Those cops up there were laughing about it. Laughing and talking during the moment of silence for Daunte Wright. And then they biked and walked over this Vigil.
This shit's crazy.
3 arrests for chalk. Again. All of this is chalk. It wipes off with water.
City loves you, we hate you,
It's water. It washes off with water.
Way down.
It washed off with water, and then they arrest 3 total. I believe they rushed like 30 minutes ago first with 1 arrest, and then they just arrested 2 people, I believe. Vigil, yeah. Low key. And again, Seattle Municipal Codes, which is what they're using to arrest us, saying that any mark is property damage. That's Seattle Municipal Codes. Our First Amendment right overrules that. They're literally infringing on our First Amendment right. Okay, I'm gonna end.
But those moratoria, just extended, are now more than a year old, and reports show in Washington, tenants now owe landlords more than $1 billion in back rent. David and Britta, whose tenant was behind on payments when the pandemic started, are owed around $34,000.
We want to do right by our tenants, but it's, we're kind of about to go under financially ourselves.
This historic legislation.
The new $1.9 trillion American Rescue Act includes more than $400 million for our state in rental assistance and $50 million in mortgage help. But Britta says she and David have had challenges accessing that help, and they're now behind 2 months' rent on the home they live in Seattle.
This is our situation, and we feel like we've been falling through the cracks.
Some renters say it's a life or death situation.
Well, if it wasn't for the eviction moratorium, I would have been homeless.
Ariana Laureano is a renter in Seattle's U District. She lost her job in January and is trying to get by on disability income.